Welcome everyone. आज हम इस रहस्य की गहराइयों में उतरेंगे. Today, we're plunging straight into the heart of a seriously dark mystery. We're going to unravel the chilling 400-year-old lore surrounding Birampur village. Based on the haunting source material, we'll dissect a tale of utter desperation, a cursed king, and these terrifying entities known as the Nishir Molo. Because if you really want to understand the shadows lurking in this village right now, you absolutely have to understand its past.
Okay, let's dive into this. Our source immediately throws us right into the present-day stakes with a massive, burning question. What on earth is Meghna's connection to this 400-year-old palace? Think about it. She's an outsider, a young woman who literally just came to the village to get a sample of a mysterious substance called Mrityunjay. Yet, almost instantly, she finds herself inexplicably tied to the village's bloody history. The source material builds this incredibly fascinating bridge between a modern-day visitor and an ancient curse, and we're going to cross it.
The tension kicks right off with Meghna waking up screaming, totally drenched in sweat from a nightmare. She recounts the absolute most chilling moment saying, "Someone put a hand on my shoulder." But guys, it's not just your standard bad dream. In her vision, she isn't an outsider at all. She actually sees herself dressed as a royal princess, just wandering the halls of the ancient palace. This sets up an immediate sense of dread and a deep personal connection way before the real supernatural heavyweights even arrive on the scene. And speaking of those heavyweights, let's see how this builds the supernatural atmosphere of the village. The village chief and his son rush off to fetch a powerful tantric for help, only to find his ashram completely empty. Why? Well, because the tantric possesses an eerie, almost terrifying supernatural awareness. He didn't even need a messenger. He already felt the exact moment his younger disciple died from miles and miles away. When he mysteriously just appears at the village gates right at dusk, just as the villagers are panicking about the sun going down, they know the threat of the Nishir Molo is imminent. And to figure out how to stop them today, the tantric reveals we must peel back the layers of a 400-year-old history.
Chapter 1. Tale of 1626. The King, the Witch, and the Cure. So, let's trace the timeline of exactly how this kingdom fell into total darkness. In 1626, a deadly pandemic just ravages King Vishwajit's realm. Desperate, the king travels to a neighboring kingdom for help, but one night his carriage breaks down in the dark forest. There, he has a fateful encounter with a beautiful tribal woman named Damayanti, whom he immediately marries. Now, while the king is completely distracted by his new love, totally ignoring his dying kingdom, it takes 1 full year for his daughter, Princess Meghna, to tirelessly search for a cure. Through immense spiritual effort, she returns with a magical seed. Within just 7 days, it grows into a miraculous, glowing tree. And in 2 months, the pandemic is completely eradicated from the kingdom.
Now what's really interesting about this is the cure itself, the Mrityunjaya Amrit. It's defined in the lore as a miraculous green sap that drips directly from this magical tree. Just 3 drops, that's all it takes, can cure literally any major illness. It's this beautiful, shining miracle that saves the entire kingdom from the absolute brink of collapse. But keep this in mind. This bright, life-saving sap stands in stark contrast to the dark, bloody horror that is about to unfold within those palace walls.
Chapter 2. Witch Damayanti's Truth.
And this brings us to the ultimate bait and switch. The king's beautiful new wife is hiding a terrifying secret. On one hand, we have the young savior who totally captivated the king and saved him from an ambush. But on the other hand is her true form, a 100-year-old Dian or witch. Suddenly, right in front of the king's eyes, she rapidly ages into a decrepit old woman. She confesses that a witch usually has to kill young men to maintain her youth, but because she abstained in order to live peacefully, her dark lifespan is now rapidly expiring. Without a dark ritual, she will literally die by the very next Ekadashi.
But there is a cure for her too, and it requires a very specific, chilling number, 11. To survive and regain her flawless youth, the Dian tells the king she requires a bath in the blood of exactly 11 corpses.
Chapter 3. Birth of Nishir Molo.
Driven by this blind, obsessive love for Damayanti, King Vishwajit completely abandons his morals and commits the ultimate betrayal against his own people. He actually begins stealing the corpses of his citizens before their families can even cremate them, using their blood to bathe Damayanti. 10 corpses are taken, trapping the souls of the deceased. Outraged and absolutely desperate to protect the souls of their loved ones from this dark magic, the villagers devise a doomed plan. Step 1. Do not announce any deaths or hold any mourning ceremonies. Step 2.
Appoint 4 chosen men to sneak out in the dead of night. And Step 3, perform secret cremations deep in the forest to deny the king that final 11th corpse.
These 4 brave men became known in the village lore as the Nishir Molo. As defined here, they were the appointed, plain-clothed pallbearers who secretly carried the dead at night. It is so absolutely crucial to understand that they weren't monsters initially. Not at all. They were the heroes of the village, risking their own lives in the dark to save their neighbors' souls from a tyrannical king.
But their heroism ends in absolute tragedy. On a dark Saturday night, a massacre occurs. The king, furious that he cannot find the final corpse to save his witch queen, deploys hidden spies throughout the entire village. They ambush the 4 plainclothed pallbearers in the dark. The spies ruthlessly murder the Nishir Molo, taking the final corpse they were carrying to deliver the 11th blood sacrifice to Diamante, fully restoring her youth.
So the crucial point is how this unjust massacre birthed a 400-year curse that plagues the village today. The murdered pallbearers became trapped spirits. They wander every single Saturday night carrying coffins on their shoulders. And because of their violent, untimely death, they don't actually know they are dead. They are stuck in this horrific loop, still trying to complete their mission, and they viciously attack anyone they mistake for the king's spies trying to stop them.
Chapter 4. Quest for Birampur Puran.
Slingshotting right back to the present day, the Tantric finishes this horrifying tale inside the old fort. The villagers finally know the tragic origins of the monsters outside, but the real question is, how do they stop them? The Tantric explains that the answer lies in the Birampur Puran. This is a 400-year-old historical text hidden somewhere in a secret chamber of the old palace. It holds the exact key to stopping the curse. But to find its hidden location, the Tantric must perform a highly dangerous ritual right there in the fort, while the villagers hide in absolute terror, just hoping and praying the wandering spirits outside don't sense what they are doing.
But as the Tantric prepares his ritual, it leaves us with so many questions, right? Like, what dark histories are buried in the places we visit every day? What local legends in our own towns might actually be hiding terrifying truths? Why did the Nishir Molo suddenly wake up now, after 400 years of dormancy? And what is Meghna's true connection to this bloody history? Think back to her dream at the beginning. Her eerie similarity to Princess Meghna from 1626 who saved the kingdom simply cannot be a coincidence. What secrets is the old palace still hiding? The lore deepens, the stakes are literally life and death, and the answers, well, they're waiting to be uncovered in the shadows.